What is going on, guys? Predator458 here, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Armored Warfare, where today we're going to be taking a look at two replays submitted by this gentleman, Stoeptegel, who is a Dutch subscriber of mine, and he's sent in two gameplay videos for me to show to you guys today. And the first game we're going to be watching is in his Leopard 2AV Ice, which is, in my opinion, one of, if not the best, tier 6 premium vehicles out there, especially if you like the main battle tanks. And I've seen the results of this match, and they're pretty damn good. I haven't watched the match yet. We're going to be watching it together for the first time. Now, I do also want to quickly apologize for the shameful lack of videos last week. I just was getting home and I was too tired to sit and record commentary and edit and all that stuff. So hopefully this week I'll do better. But anyways, Stoeptegel is playing in a little squad with three of his division mates, squad mates, whatever. You can see them right here. One of them is in the MBT-70 and the other one is in the VFM 5 Mark 5 Merc, and they've pushed quite aggressively up this flank, and the enemy seems to have left it wide open. Here we've got a Type 80-2, two penetrating hits into him already, takes some return fire, third penetrating hit, and now we're starting to find some enemy vehicles to shoot at. Stoeptegel's going to finish. No, he doesn't. His clanmate Fireblade finishes off the Type 80-2, but you can see they're doing quite a lot of damage, and things are looking good for his team. It's 15-13 at the moment. The enemy has lost 2. Now they've lost 3. Now they've lost 4. And here comes MBT-70 from the enemy team, who's now behind them. So Stoeptegel's taken one penetrating hit. Looks like the MBT-70 is pretty much good. Their VFM, his VFM friend, I think took a bit more damage. Now the enemy's pulled it back. They've destroyed 2 of his allied vehicles, firing on the move into this MBT-70, trying to get around his sides, trying to make him turn and make it impossible to keep the front pointed towards both of the guns that are attacking him. And that was very well played. No penetrating hits on the move, obviously, because the front armor of that is pretty decent, of those MBT-70s, but a lot of people know exactly where to shoot, so it's not too much of a hassle. But yeah, when you can get around the side of it like that, or make him turn to face someone else, then it's no problem. But the enemy team has really pulled it back. It's now 10-all. From being, what was it, 15-11 at one point, it's now 10-all. So this, what was looking like a sure win, has gone sideways a little bit. There were some of his allies, and here we got a T-72 Ural. Stops, bounces, a shot from the T-72, but manages to put a penetrating hit in and do some good damage. Now here comes his teammate, squad mate in the MBT-70. I think he bounced another shot. No, he didn't bounce another shot from the T-72. The T-72 did penetrate, and this time manages to put one through, presumably the lower front plate on the move, and the T-72 is a easy one-shot kill now. Just trying to get around on the side of him. He probably could have finished him off already, but he does now. Anyway, 8-all. Both teams are capping, but the enemy, and they both got one, had one vehicle in the cap zone. Both were going to need the 3 minutes to cap, but his allies have now left the cap, so it's just leaving a single enemy in the allied cap zone. So just moving up here, 7-all. It's going to be a close one. Here we have an ERC-90. Unfortunately, he moves behind the rock. Don't have a shot. Is he going to pop out? Probably not. But now it looks like the enemies have got 2 vehicles in the cap. But I wouldn't say the 2AV has to worry about the ERC-90 from the front. I don't really think it can penetrate the Leopard anyway. Shot on the move, unfortunately, it misses. Because the one drawback with that ERC, as good as it is, doesn't really have great penetration. I think the penetration is similar to the tier 4 tank destroyer at 220 millimeters or so. But if you can get onto the Leopard side, no problems, and that's what he's trying to do. But Stoeptegel shuts him down and gets his second kill of the match. But now there's only 55 seconds left, and we've got a Fox coming up behind him, and it just doesn't look like much of the allied team is responding to this cap. There's just under 45 seconds left. It's 40 seconds now. 5-all. The Fox is spotted, shot on the move, but No luck there. His team has now started capping, but I think it's just a BMD2 moving through the cap zone. 30 seconds left, less than. And it just doesn't look like enough of his team has responded. And now they're down on numbers as well. Shot into the Fox, 551 damage. Fox fires in a missile, does some pretty big damage, I think, there. But Stuptagel finishes him off, and they have managed to reset the cap, and it's 4-all. 3 kills to Stuptagel, or Johnny, as I'm told he can be called. So maybe we'll call him that for the rest of the video. 4-all. There is a MBT-70 Merc in the distance who just killed someone on his team. 3-all. What does the enemy team have? MBT-70 Typhoon 2 and a T-72 versus an RDF-LT Leopard 2AV with Stuptagel and the BMD-2. So 3-all has come down as a pretty close match. And the MBT-70 is behind him now, but I imagine Stuptagel is not spotted, which is why he is fairly safe, I imagine, to present his rear, because I mean the Merc doesn't, the MBT-70 doesn't have a shot at the precise moment, but if he did, you wouldn't want to show the bum of your Leopard 2AV to an MBT-70. Enemy team is capping again. It's now 2-3. They lost the RDF, so it's just Stuptagel in his Leopard 2AV Ice and the BMD-2. And someone's pinging the map like crazy. And Stuptagel is now rushing towards the enemy cap. So is the BMD-2. If both of them get in, will it be enough time? And it would have, but Stuptagel is going for it. And even the BMD-2 is not actually going to cap. So they could have actually, and here is the MBT-70 Merc. Shot, bounces, he's going to move, get on his side, but no, unfortunately the MBT-70 can traverse quickly enough. Stuptagel took a shot in the rear from someone else, I think, and unfortunately is taken down by the MBT-70, which just leaves this BMD-2. And a little bit of time before the enemy caps. So I think that is about it. Let's go and have a look at the results and see how he did. Right, so in the end, unfortunately, it was a defeat. 6,353 reputation, 358,000 credits, doing just shy of 5,600 damage, 4,675 spotting damage, 8 spots. He got Master Gunner, I believe that is, and the Iron Cross. So let's have a look at the team scores. And first place on his team, no big surprise there. Looks like second place was his squad mate in the MBT-70, doing nearly 2,000 damage less than Stuptagel did. On the enemy team, the MBT-70 that killed him was in first place with 5,600 damage, a little bit more than Stuptagel, and that guy got 5 kills, so well done to him. So unfortunately, wasn't a victory, and here you can see how he's kind of running it up if you just look down at the retrofits and see for yourself how Stuptagel has set up his Leopard 2AV Ice. But anyways, that's enough for this replay of his. Let's go and look at the other one, which is in a slightly higher tier vehicle. Alright, and welcome to match 2, and this time, as you can see, he is in his tier 9 T-90MS, and once again he is with a squad mate, but only one this time. It is Fireblade for the win in his BMP T-72, and you can see him just ahead of Stuptagel. So let's see how he does in a tier 9 battle with one of the best tier 9 tanks in the game, in my opinion. Not the best armor, but that gun. That gun makes up for everything. So you got decent armor, not the best, absolutely epic gun, good mobility. View range is not the greatest either, but anyway, so we are on Cold Strike, and you can see, I mean, this is a very tier 9 heavy match. There are only 3 tier 8s on each team. His team has a Leopard 2A5, a T90, and M1128 MGS. The enemy team has a Ramka 99, a T90, and an M1128 MGS. So just stopping here, admiring the view. Maybe he's typing something on his phone, talking to his friend, who knows. M8 Thunderbolt was briefly spotted, but no chance to take a shot there. You can see a lot of enemies here. We've got a Crab, BMPT, 72, M8 Thunderbolt. There's a Draco. Is he going to have time to take a shot at the Draco? He does, but I don't think it found its mark. There's the Thunderbolt again. We're ready to fire. Got another round in the chamber, so to speak. Not sure what his reload is on his T-90MS, but mine is 6.6 seconds. So it's really quite a fast-firing gun on this T-90. Not to mention the epic 650mm plus penetration and 700 average damage or something with armor piercing. M1128MGS on his team was spotted there, took some decent damage from autocannons, and someone's pinging the map like crazy. See, a lot of enemies have been spotted in town. A lot of their main battle tanks went that way. And here is a Terminator 2. Hello, friend. Just moving in, trying to get, I imagine, this hill between him and the enemies that were up on the ridgeline. Fires around in 826 damage done. This guy is now, you can ram him. Fortunately, the second shot doesn't do what it was supposed to, but his squad mate finishes him off from behind. And takes a penetrating hit from 586. I imagine it was from that Leopard 2A6. That seems about the right sort of damage roll. Bounces a shot there, fires another shot at the Leopard. That one either bounces or misses, who knows. And he's just in a difficult spot because he can't push out too much because there are guys on the hills on his right hand side, and there's guys over on his left now. Ramka no line of sight on him. Can he get a shot on the Leopard now? Bounces a shot from the German, aiming in, looking for a weak spot, I imagine. Fires and penetrates, 778 damage done. Things are okay for his team. 12 all at the moment. Each have lost 3. His team's lost a crab, and a T-90. The enemy has lost a BMP T-72, Charlie 2, and a Leopard 2A6. And while I was going through that, he managed to get another penetrating hit into the Leopard, and there's another one. He's now a one-shot kill for the T-90, but someone else manages to finish him off, and I think it was another T-90. And now it's 10-11, so his team has a 1-tank advantage. But he does have to be very careful because I think that M1128MGS is still, the enemy one is still up there. There's a Draco. Got some shots on things. Another shot, 689 damage into that T-90MS. Slightly low roll, but he's got, I imagine he's probably got the flanks here. 825, good damage roll. This is where you really wish you had the proper player view and I could see exactly what he was aiming at, what he was seeing. But unfortunately, we can't really zoom in anymore. So we've just got to assume that some of those were flanking shots because he didn't seem to have to hunt for a weak spot at all. And here's the M1128MGS. Bounces a shot from that. I need to play that thing more, truth be told. It's quite a fun little tank destroyer. Mostly only played it in PvE at the moment. Shot in 558 damage. Some autocannon fire coming up from up top. I believe that must be the Ramka. But it's 10-6. It's looking like his team has this one in the bag. And one shot needed to finish off the pesky American tank destroyer. And just searching for more targets. It looks like all of them are in the hill except for the crab. So that, okay, that must have been what the autocannon was. Not the Ramka, it was the crab. So 2 T-90s left on the enemy team. They're getting surrounded. And this crab up here, who has now been spotted and is making a run for his life, trying to get away from Stuptekal's squad mate in the Terminator 2, because I think the Terminator 2 will rip the crab to shreds, unless of course the crab can get around behind him. So now the crab has managed to get himself unspotted. He's the last remaining vehicle on the enemy team, and he is running for his life. He's got tanks closing in from behind. Looks like on the minimap M1128 is moving into position to where he should be. M8 is going the other way. He's been spotted again. Who is going to be able to find him? And there the Terminator has put some shots in. Unspotted once again. And looks like the M8 will soon be in position to hopefully cut him off, because I think that guy is running along the riverbed. And there he is. No, he's actually... he might be. But yeah, he's screwed. There's nowhere he can go. He is being chased by every remaining allied vehicle on Stuptekal's team. Crab manages to get a penetrating hit into the Thunderbolt. We're just going to come up here Crab is very nearly dead, and there we go. It is a victory. So let's head off to the results and see how he did in his T-90. And in the end, he earned himself 11,720 reputation, 443,500 credits, doing 5,708 damage, 1,300 spotting damage, and 4 assists. He came first place on his team by damage done. I was a little bit confused when I looked at this because he didn't get the gold star, and you can obviously see he's on the top, but he's selected to order them by damage done. I think top on his team by reputation was the Crab by Anger Fighter 187, who got 3,544 base reputation, less than 20 more than Stuktakal did. So he came, I think it looks like he came second and very close to coming first. On the enemy team, it was also a Crab who came first with a base reputation of 2,348. Who did nearly 3,000 damage, so well played to that Crab. But anyways, that about covers everything for this episode, for this video, should I say. Stuktakal, thank you very much for sending in these replays, and I really hope to see more of them from you in the future. But anyways, that about covers everything. If you enjoyed, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below, and consider subscribing for more Armored Warfare, World of Warships, and a few other things that are thrown to the mix from time to time. But as I said, that is it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Predator 458 signing off, and I will see you guys next time.